I just want someone to let me know if fat became synonymous with stupid and got money to waste and I wasn't informed. Because I didn't go to that fat girl meeting. I didn't get that memo. So let me know. Put it in my inbox if I'm incorrect and I missed the day. I missed that day of class when they said fat people had to pay these outrageous prices and wear these ugly ass clothes. Cause if that's the case, that's reason enough for me to get skinny. Cause I can't live like that. This is just gonna be a rant straight up. Why do companies hate fat people? That is the question. Because for you to charge me $75 for a shirt that should cost $25 because you got to use a couple more inches of fabric, girl. $50 worth of fabric, I can make the shirt myself if that's the case. And it's just a prime example of how the world and companies view people who are not of this image or fit this certain size to this certain size. If you're not between a 0 and a 14 or a 0 and a 12, then all of a sudden you're this new beast and we have to cover you in sheaths of cloth. Bitch, I want to be cute too. Like, because I'm a little bigger, I have to either wear a rucksack or a stupid shirt with elastic. Why do all fat people clothes have elastic in them? I don't buy those clothes because what do I need this extra piece of elastic for? I don't need it. Keep it, y'all. That's what the $25 extra that you're trying to charge me for this shirt. Don't use the elastic because you don't need it. It just makes it ugly. Oh my! And most of the clothes for people over size 14 is so ugly. I'm lucky enough where I'm plus size, but I may be able to walk into a store, and that's with sizing and anything. You may be whatever size, a 24, and you still may be able to walk into a store, and because of the way something is cut, you can wear it and look presentable in it. But you go to some place that advertise themselves as plus size, and you spending an arm and a leg because yours is heavier. Why? Why? That is just, it's like punishment. It's like, oh, you're fat. Now we're going to charge this ridiculous price for this item that does not need to be this price because you're fat. And people who don't like the word fat, y'all, well, click off, girl. That's it. I don't know what else to do to help you. And the way they get you is because you want to be comfortable. You consider paying these outlandish prices. Like the prices are ridiculous. First of all, clothing prices in general, because of for namesake, they have an additional key. So imagine if you wanted to get a name brand item. So let's say it's a white t-shirt, because that's the simplest thing that everyone wears, a white t-shirt. A white t-shirt is, you can find a white t-shirt for $5, less than $5, let's say $5. But because it's now a name brand white t-shirt, it's $10. Okay, you're paying for the name. Okay, if you like for the name, you pay for the name and you spend the $10. Then, because you have to get a bigger size, it's an additional $15. How that math work? How that math work? To take an item from this size to this size and is an increase of $25, a $15 to $25 increase? Where? Show me the receipts, because that don't add up. Of course, there's additional charge in manufacturing, shipping, labor, all of those things, but that does not equate to $25 additional that you want to charge for an item that is not worth the additional $25. But because people of a certain size don't have any other choice, they'll pay the ridiculous price. So companies feel that because, oh well, we get their money anyway, so we'll just charge whatever we want. If literally every fat person was just like, we're not gonna take this shit anymore, and decided that they weren't gonna buy those things, guess what they would have to do? First of all, they'd have to make cuter clothes, because to be honest, most of them are ugly. 78% of clothes made for women size 14 and higher is ugly. And why? Because I'm a little bigger than the average size, does my clothes have to be ugly? Who is that fair to? Because now you walking on the street looking at me, I look ugly. Me looking at myself in the mirror, I look ugly. Everybody's a lose-lose. It's a lose-lose. No one wins when you make these ugly-ass clothing, this ugly-ass clothing with these stupid things on the front and these huge bands of elastic. You can ask, and I will not buy it. What is a huge band of elastic for? All fat people clothes have this huge band of elastic. It's not maternity clothes. Where did they do that at? And not even that. The advertising for quote unquote plus size, because I don't think a 14 is plus size. There's a lot of images going around of women who are size 14 or who are different weights that carry weight differently. But what we'll go to 14 is the plus size. Why do people in these advertising for plus size women are not representative of all plus size women? You have a woman who is maybe a size 14, but she doesn't carry her weight in a way that is heavier. Her stomach may not be as big. She's representative of a plus size woman by society standards, but she does not represent what you think. A lot of people think when they hear plus size, they think huge, which should not be the automatic image, but you should have an array of images in your head when you think of plus size, because plus size is not just one size. If plus size meant one size fits all, they would call it one size and not plus size. So the fact that you can go, I used to work for a company that specializes in plus size clothing, and the people in those and I even wrote an email to the company while I worked there and told them exactly how I felt about it. The people in the advertising in the store were, first of all, the clothing sold in the store was for a older to middle-aged woman from size 14 to size 30. So we're saying 35 and up years old from size 14 to 30. That's a grown-ass woman. So why do you have 19 and 20-year-old size 14s, size 12s in your advertising? Who are you selling to? Customers came to the store and I had conversations with them. I spoke to them. What do you think of this image hanging on the wall? I don't think they're a true plus size model, or not that, but they may be plus size, but they don't represent me. And working in that establishment, I saw lots of women who come there where you would see on the street and you would never think that they were plus size, and they maybe wore size 12 or size 14, and because they were of a certain age, things were not made for them either, so they were kind of limited. So then when they were charged $50 for a plain shirt, they had to pay it because this was their size, or not in a size 14, but maybe in a size 4X or in a size 5X. They had to spend $55 for a shirt that could cost $25 because they are that size. But y'all are trying to sandfire us. Like, y'all trying to con us. We're not dumb. It's desperation. Like, the demand breeds the supply. Because people of a certain size have to wear clothes, they get stuck, they get pigeonholed into this, damn, I have to pay this amount of money to look presentable on the street, to carry myself a certain way. So now they're stuck. That is unfair. Hell, hire me. I will help you determine what is a good price for an item of plus size. Because of course people, once you reach a certain size, and you obviously you have to wear clothes, you commit to buying clothes at a certain size, you know that maybe the pricing is going to be a bit more expensive, but a 50% increase, a 75% increase, 300% increase, what the hell is it made of gold? It better be sewn with gold. Cinderella better be spinning it herself. Wrong Disney princess, but you know what I mean. Better be spinning it herself for you to want to charge me this amount of money for this clothing. And it's selfish, because if you're going to have a business that caters to people of a certain size or caters to a specific demographic, you would want this demographic, because it is so limited, you would want them to feel as comfortable as they can in what you are selling them, with a comfortable price, all of those things. Why? Why on God's green earth is taking advantage of them? It's taking advantage. And no one should be okay with it. It's fat shaming. It's fat shaming is what it is. Because now it's like the big wigs or wherever is like, oh, look at these idiots. Now we can charge them whatever we want. They have to buy it because they didn't got their asses fat. So whatever we decide to charge them is what they're gonna pay. I have no words for it.
Did I talk for 10 minutes and then say I don't have any words for something? I sure did.